just a farmer getting excited about his canola. So canola that really needs a drink, but yeah, it's just fantastic to see. Welcome back, everyone. It is a lovely sunny day here at Tom's Brook, as you can see, and Henry's just put one header front away. We're just going to go get number 2. After are all done with them, all serviced, all ready for harvest, which is good. We always like to get them done before June 30, obviously financial year for us, so we like to always get it done before then. And they've breezed it in because it's currently the 27th of May. So yeah, we'll just get up here and get this pin into the front, and then we'll get into the plan for the day. Okay, plan for the day. So once we get this header front in, Henry's going to go and get brewing. He's got 750 hectares to spray of grass spray, so clethodim. He'll be spraying out on the canola paddocks, and then we're all done. We could wait a little bit further in the week before we need to hit it, but we're going to hit it now because the week looks a little bit unpredictable. At the moment we've got rain forecast for tomorrow, just a chance. We've got some forecast for the weekend, so we're just going to get it done now. Now I am going to, well, we're also going to get all his gear down there for him, so it's easier for him. But I'm going to get the spreader out, and I'm going to spread the remainder of that shed so we can give that shed a clean, and then we can also hopefully order some urea and get spreading. And if we're going to continue to get rain, we can get some nitrogen out. So I'm obviously alive. I did my pilot training Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I got 5 hours under my pilot's hat, my pilot's belt, whatever you want to call it, with a little jabberoo. So that was good fun. Very much enjoyed that. Very much looking forward to getting my license on that. But Dad and Henry finished up Hattons down there, so they finished up all the trees. So it's all looking fantastic. So it's all ready for the fencing contractors to come in and lay the fence down. Now, I did get a question on one of the previous videos. Where is Mac? Mac's here. Mac's on farm. Not much has happened to this. Well, nothing's happened to this yet. We have got to obviously deal with everything up there, which we're very much looking forward to. It's going to be quite fun to take all this stuff off and design a platform up here for firefighting. There is, and apparently I was meant to take it in last week, but with all seeding and stuff I kind of forgot the date. We've got the signs made up for this, so we've got a white sticker and with reflective top and bottom, and it just says Tom's Brook 11.6, so 11,000 litres 6-wheel drive, and it's pretty important to have, there's no markings on farm trucks. So if you've got a farm truck and you've got a normally you put it like where your man is standing up there, where your man cage is, you've got a nice white bit there. Just write, abbreviate what your farm is, and then write how many litres are and how many wheels are driving. Are you 4-wheel drive? Are you 6-wheel drive? Are you 8-wheel drive? Or are you 2-wheel drive? You shouldn't have a 2-wheel drive, so don't even put that up there. So you might have a 3-4 or 4-4 or something like that. It just makes it a lot easier at fires for anyone to identify you, instead of trying to identify a truck that who's in the army truck, and there might be 2 army trucks, or who's in that white truck over there, and most trucks are white. So yes, so anyway, there'll be a sticker going on here fairly shortly. Actually, I got to call them up and reorganize that. Now there's been a bit of crosswire and confusion with the pump on this, so that hasn't actually been ordered yet. I'm going to give him a call this week and get that ordered, because once we take all this stuff off, we need that pump in order for us to gauge where everything's going to go, how our platform, our everything is going to work off that. So we need the pump here, so I can sit the pump about here ish, try and mount it up a bit, and it's like, right, well, the deck's gonna stop short here and then come around out to here so the man can stand out here or something like that. So I've got to order that this week and get that all sorted. But yeah, the Mac, it's just been sitting here. We've driven it a couple times. You know, George wanted to drive it, so took it for a drive, and Dad hadn't, so he took him for a drive. And other than that, it's just sat there. So anyway, as you can hear, Henry's brewing. This thing is flat, so I got to jump start this, and I'll get this up there so we can load all these chems onto here. So I've got Henry's ute down here. Shepherd is all ready to roll. And actually we had Brett was out here on Friday. He delivered well, finished delivering our Flexian, so we've got our Flexian all full now. I'll need to give him a call and see what he thinks of, you know, our turnaround area here. Looks like he got quite tight along here, so maybe I need to push the those stumps there a little bit out, just so it's a little bit further away from him. But it doesn't look like his trailers have cut the corner like I thought they might have, so it might actually be pretty good. So yeah, we'll see. So Henry is just his brew. He's doing ammonium sulfate, which is a water conditioner, because we suck from dams. You got clay, so it just helps the water bind better to the chemical and helps it get into the plant a bit better. Then we're using carbine, which is clethodim, which is for you use it in a broadleaf, and that is for spraying well, you attack any grasses, so our ryegrasses, things like that. And then the last one we've got down here, we'll get a label for you, is Elantra, and again that is used for grasses, so you're using two mixtures to attack grass. Clethodim is something that everyone needs to be aware of as farmers, because people are getting dodgy with it, I guess is the word you'd call, and we will start to see cletho resistance eventually, which is not good, so we're trying to avoid that. And then the last one here, this is Hasten. So Hasten's a spray adjuvant, and that just, it's an oil, and that just helps everything stick, and then helps everything stick to the plant. So before we head back to the shed, look at our wheat crop. It is looking absolutely fantastic, and considering that we haven't had any rain since this has been planted, it's going nuts. So we'll go for a bit of a walk out here. So it is just looking fantastic. Yeah, the wheat's all come up, and what are we, 3 to 4 leaf on our wheat there. So hopefully it rains this week, and I think it's tomorrow and the weekend, so hopefully it rains. This all gets a drink, because you can see they're all starting to wilt. When we get out spreading, I'll show you in the canola. Well, it's a bigger plant, and I'll show you it's all starting to wilt because it's getting dry. But yeah, as soon as we can get some rain onto this, it's gonna absolutely thunder off, and it's gonna get growing. So Henry's gonna be pretty busy. He'll be straight back into here pretty much to go and spray out the trace elements, so our copper and our manganese and our zinc. And in that brew we also chuck in Tiger X, and so Tiger X is for broadleaf. We chuck in Lontrel, and that is for controlling of woody broadleafs like fleabane, so we don't want fleabane. And what else do we do? Topic, and that's for wild oats. So yeah, let's have a dig. Let's see how much moisture we got in here. Oh, she's getting hard. I'm gonna need my foot. Yeah, so there's no moisture in there. We do really need that rain. But well, look, it looks even better when you're looking into the sun. Right, let's get back to the shed and let's get a spreader loaded up. Right, I've got it all out, ready to roll. Just before I go to fill up, I'm like, right, well, the last thing this was spreading was mice and slider baits. So it should be all ready to roll. Well, no, it's not. I don't really want to climb in there, it's all dirty. It's not ready to roll because, how am I going to show you without getting cut? Like this is, we haven't washed this yet, as you can see. So it's got mice bait residue on it and slider bait residue on it. So I don't really want to get touching it. So let's see if I can just poke you up in here. Nah, which way can I get in? I don't want to. Points. Can you see that? The door. I need to take that door off before I can get spreading. But I'm going to be dodgy because, so I'm not sure if you guys can see that door properly or not. Anyway, what the door is it's got 2 V's in there. So it blocks everything off, and you got 2 V's, and it comes one on this side, one on this side. It's so you can do small rates. We're doing 5 kilos a hectare with slider baits, 1 kilo a hectare with mice baits. This thing can't do that. It needs to be tricked into doing it, so you got to do it with a false door. So you have a full covered door when you're doing you know, normal stuff like urea. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, a tiny bit extra is just going to come out when I'm doing the urea, because it's the same depth door. It's the same depth, but yeah, I'm going to be dodgy. I'm going to let the urea clean it before I try and get in there and clean it. So I'm just going to keep going. We'll deal with that later. So I've got the Agstar and I've got the urea. So my plan is to do a bucket of urea, bucket of Agstar, bucket of urea, bucket of Agstar until I'm full. I had a guess, I've got 2 spreader loads worth there. It's gonna be a fair bit of shoveling, and then it'll all be done. So anyway, let's get this loaded and deal with the door and everything like that later. So in this shed, Bandit does fit here, but only just fits in. Yeah, she's tight. And then we've still got on the bin here, we've still got work to do. So George has taken out all of the augers, so they are all currently in the shed, because he's cleaned them all. He's washed them because they're all, you know, gross. And then we need to change the bearings on definitely the Agstar one, and there's another one. It was I can't move them by hand, and one I can move by hand, but it's like lumpy. So we're going to change them because yeah, we need to change them. So I should have them up in the loft. It's something I'll get to when I've got time. I want to get this stuff spread out now because we've got rain on the way. Focus on the job that's important, then I'll get to that job. So yeah, I've got this to come back to. So yeah, this is a half finished job. Right, she's nice and full. I reckon there might be 2 and a little bit. We'll see. I don't think that's going to quite fit into the next spreader load, but we'll see how we go. Now I know I'm going to get the question, why blend it? Why not spread urea and then spread the Agstar? So the main reason essentially is just I'm going to have to go into the cab and unlock them. So the main reason is, well, yeah, urea is perfectly fine to spread. Obviously, the Agstar, which is phosphorus, it's better to band that, so to seed that into the ground. But when you got left over, spreading still works. You know, we got manganese in there as well, and also there is nitrogen in phosphorus. So just hang on. So The reason I'm blending it is just to make it easier, and that way when this after the first initial bucket load starts to get down, it will come out as a blend. That's why I've gone 1 2 1 2 1 2, and yeah, there will be a response. Hopefully it does rain in the next day or two, or at the end of the week, so there is going to be a response to the egg star out on the ground where it's been spread. So yeah, that's the reason why I've blended it. Just mix it all as one, do it as a mix, and yeah, off you go. Alright, so I've adjusted my my back gate here, so we'll climb up in. Now you're not going to be able to see the V's very well there. So what I did, I went into my notes, and last year, well, every year we go 60 on the door. So these are all got numbers on. So I put it at 60, and I was like, God, that looks tiny. Turns out that our doors, our false door is a lot bigger. So that's 4 centimeters bigger than what that is. So I've adjusted. I've gone an extra 4 centimeters on the gate there. So an extra 4 centimeters up here just to make it bigger. But I'll type in the computer, that falling off here, I'll type in the computer that it's at 60, because technically it is. And I'm honestly I'm not going to get the trays out, I'm not going to do that, I'm not too worried. I'm doing 2 loads, maybe 2 and a bit loads to get all this stuff out. So I'm not going to be too fussed about my spread pattern, getting that perfect. I'm going to use the old cal factor for urea, it shouldn't really change. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm doing it a bit dodgy, but it'll be fine. Last time I did this, well, last year when I did it, I just wanted to get it out. Same thing, I had rain coming. And then when we finally got to doing the spreading and checking our trays, it was pretty much bang on anyway. So, okay, let's get in the cab, we'll get rolling. I'll stop yabbing on. Okay, I think I'm nearly ready to roll. I had to go and steal the receiver off of Bandit, because that's the SF3 receiver. The other one I have is an SF1. I think I've got everything in the computer how I need. There's 10.9 ton on board, so I'm going to be doing about 200 and something kilos. So we'll see how we go. Kilos, 200 and something hectares. So we'll see how we go. Going to be doing the driveway first. Get the best, you know, the paddock that everyone sees. You want to make sure it's Mickey. Anyway, let's prime this thing up. So if I do this, we can see that one's moving, and then eventually it'll all start spreading out the back there, like that. Now, one thing I just got to check. Yeah, I'm going at 50 kilos a hectare, and I'll explain that a bit later on as to why I've chosen 50. But 50 kilos, we're spreading to 36.6 meters or 120 foot. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to roll. So section control is on, turn that one on there. If I get rolling, do that, and there we go, we're spinning. Once I get cruising, probably when I get out into the other paddock there, but I'll probably be doing something along the lines of like 24 k's an hour, 22 k's an hour, something like that. At some point I'll get out and I'll show you guys the canola as well, but we'll probably do that in that paddock over there. So I'm going to put you down while we do the outside laps and get spreading. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but the canola out here is looking absolutely fantastic. So I thought I'd get out and show you guys the canola. So 2 things, you'll notice it's just amazing compared to you know, this time last year. I'll pop up a video from last year and you can see it was just so sporadic. There was no canola anywhere. It was quite depressing. But this year it's amazing to have canola like this. It's very nice. It's been a while since we've had canola like this at this time of year. But anyway, when you look at the canola, you'll notice that it's curling its leaves up, and some of them are starting, like the bottom leaves are starting to droop down. That's because it's moisture stressed. It needs water. So yeah, it's desperately in need for a drink. And then the other thing you'll notice is they're quite advanced. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's quite a few leaves there. And the reason Henry needed to get spraying is before the canola plant buds. So when we say budding, we're meaning in here, this little bit just here is starting to bud, and that's where the canola will eventually shoot from and start running up, and that's when you'll see, you know, the little yellow plant, you know, poking out its head up here. Now if you spray clethodim when it's budding, you will cause yield damage to your canola. When it shoots up, it'll all be twisted and deformed. So that's why you got to make sure you get out at the right times. Like, look at this, you got one there that's budding, and then this here that's come through last week. This one here has probably only come through about 3 days ago. So it does make it a bit difficult when you're trying to sort your timings out. But yeah, we got it sorted. Henry's out there spraying now. So, but yeah, desperately in need for a drink, which is going to come tomorrow hopefully, or on the weekend. And with this blend of urea and Agstar out here, it'll just absolutely perk it right up. So let's have a look at the mixture that I've got happening out the back here. So there you go, that's the perfect mixture of Agstar and urea. So that's why I did it in stages, one bucket then the other bucket, because as this empties, it actually empties like this and then comes down. So you're getting it all blended out, coming through nicely. So we don't have just one, we don't just have urea coming out and then Agstar coming out and then urea coming out. It all comes out in a perfectly nice blend like that, which that's just fantastic. And then if we go for a walk out the back here, we should be able to see it on the ground quite easily. So if it'll pick it up on the camera, we got urea everywhere out here, and there'll be Agstar out there as well. I just can't see it because it blends in with the ground. So anyway, I better get back in the cab and get spreading. Alright, I'm back at the shed. I'm not empty, but it is lunchtime, so I need to quickly go home and just grab lunch and come back. And I figured while I'm here, I'll top up, because you know how I thought it was going to be 2 and a little bit loads. I may as well just fill her right up now and then get spreading. So I've done a total of 78.8 hectares, and there is well, it says I've done 5.1 tonne. So yeah, I'll just top her up and then yeah, crank back into it. Okay, we are loaded up. Where are we? 9.3, so a tonne short than what we had last time, and that's because it fills on an angle, like it empties on an angle, and I didn't want to get out and shovel, so that'll do. I think it's going to come close, and if I'm going to have to, yeah, I think there might be a little bit more than another load in there still, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, I figured I'd explain the reason behind my 50 kilos a hectare. I've just gone and ordered some urea with sustain on it, so the coating. So that's going to come this week. Hopefully, just waiting to hear back from Brian on when that'll come. Hopefully by the end of the week, which will be good. But yeah, I'm going out at 50 kilos a hectare. Now, what's the reason behind that? I aim for in an average year 80 units of nitrogen on the crops. And to achieve that, you got to work that out over your seeding, your spreading, and then your flexi and top up. So with everything combined at seeding time, so urea and the Agstar, I end up with 26 and a bit units of N in the ground. So then when I come back, I'm going at 50 kilos, and that's 23 units of N. and that gets me up to my 49.73, and then what that leaves me is that I can then decide to go whatever I want with the FlexiN later on. So we're up to 50 units of N once I've done this. If it was already a wet year, like a really wet year, I would have probably gone maybe 80 kilos a urea, and then bring that unit to N up to, I don't know what the math is, but it'd be probably like nearly to 60 kilos, sorry, 60 units of N, something like that. It's just something I play on the year, on how the year goes. But yeah, so with this one, then I'll be coming back with FlexiN, well, Henry will, later on in the year. Actually, it could be me, he might be away on holiday, but anyway, come back with FlexiN later on in the year, and we're going to go 80 litres of FlexiN, which is 33.7 units of N. So that gets us to our 80, well, it actually gets us a little bit over, that gets us to like 83 units of N, which is which is ideal, which is what I want. If it's going to be a good year, then you want to have the more nitrogen out there. So if it's going to be a good year, we might do 2 rounds of FlexiN. We might do that first round at 80, come back and do another round at 30, something like that. Or depending on timings, we might actually just go and do a full 100 litres of FlexiN or 120 litres of FlexiN if it's a really good year. But who knows what the year's going to be like. There's the occasional cloud out there at the moment. At least the crop's out of the ground and green. Time will tell. So time for me to stop yabbing and get spreading. Alright, so I've just stopped just to get out and have a look at the canola. So our blend is still going out very nicely. And I just wanted to, well, for me it's amazing that the canola is as good as it is. Previous years it's been very difficult for us to get a germination. Being the 27th of May, it's still not up sometimes. In the previous years I've only got bits up here and there. It's been very, very stressful. So to see canola that is out like this and just thick and consistent is just amazing. And just to show that I wasn't showing the best part of that paddock that I was in before. It's hard to show you from the cab. I don't know how well the GoPro's picking it up, but out here just going for a walk, it's not as advanced as the other stuff over there, but it is still good. We've still got gaps, but it's still good. The canola here is still absolutely fantastic. It's just very, very nice to see. As you can see, it's all wilting, so it's all curling over its leaves, and it's ready for a drink, which hopefully it's coming. But there you go, there's a tap root, it's tapping down, so that's lovely to see as well. But yeah, no, just the stress relief from seeing canola out here like this is just incredible. I harp on it, but from previous years it's been a very stressful experience waiting for canola to come up, and to have it actually up even and growing is it's nice. So it's good that we got onto sliders. The sliders would have wiped this crop out, mice as well. And then Henry, when he was out here, he noticed that there was a few big plants, so got onto the clethodim at the right time instead of waiting a bit longer and then having yield damage from that. So with spreading and rain coming in the coming days, hopefully, we are really going to give this canola its best chance at life. So yeah, no, it's just a farmer getting excited about his canola. So canola that really needs a drink, but yeah, it's just fantastic to see. So I'm fully loaded. I haven't checked how many tons I got on board yet. Hang on, I think a bit dirty there. There we go. Just a tiny bit left. Just a tiny, like yeah, no, absolutely no chance of fitting it. There'd only be a couple ton there on each side, so annoying, but yeah, with the way the day is, that'll be a tomorrow job. But yeah, we'll get this one out and yeah, shovel that one and get that one in here and get it all out. I haven't heard back from Brian yet about the sustain, the urea, so I better send him a message and find out where that is, well, when that's going to be coming out. And what are we, 11.2 ton on the back there, so she's nice and full this time. Well, as the sun has just set then, this is going to be my my last run. The still got, what have I got? Still got 6.5 ton left on board, so still got quite a lot of spreading on board. You always forget how long it takes to get one of, you know, a load out. Obviously, when you earlier in the year, only was 15 hectares is all we're doing, and you know, we're going in to refill. And obviously it's a bit different going from a ton or 2 ton down to 50 kilos, so it takes a lot longer. But today so far I've just ticked over to 300 hectares spread, so pretty good day really, considering I didn't get going until about 10. So I'm going to leave it there. Tomorrow I'm going to shovel out the shed and fill the rest in here because it will fit, and then I'll try and get the dividers out and maybe wash that shed out. I'm getting fert delivered Wednesday afternoon, so hopefully it would dry in time. Not too sure on that one. That's a game day decision. I'll make that tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave the video there. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and go and have a listen to the Glass Cage podcast. And as always, catch you in the next one.